Job scheduling. What we will understand in the session, how can we schedule a process to execute later, or how can we schedule periodic execution. For example, daily take the backup, or every minute check this file, or every hour do this. Periodic processes. This session is all about scheduling, and they are used in day-to-day life. Crontab. Crontab is that command that helps you in scheduling the job. Now there are two points here. One is you want to execute one time. One time execution, you give a time, or in future, and just schedule it, and that program or application will be executed at that given time. Second is no, periodically, every minute, every hour, every day, or a given date of a week, given day of a week or date of a month, you schedule the way you want it to schedule. It can execute periodically every period. All right. So scheduling a process to execute one time. First part is one time. Syntax is, the command is at. You just specify at followed by the time. For example, at q will give you the list of commands you have already scheduled. This is to see the queue. This is to remove the user or the job ID. And the command is simple. Let's take a look at this example. At 8 p.m. December 7. At 7 a.m. Thursday. At now plus 5 minutes. Which means at now plus 5 minutes would mean what? 5 minutes from now the command will be executed. At now plus 5. Let's try this command. At now plus 5 minutes, and this is command. Let's say, for example, date command, cp /etc /passwd/temp. This is, I want to copy the passwd file to temp directory, and when you are done, you type Control D or Command D. It will be executed 5 minutes from now. So this is how you execute program to be executed later at one point. This will be executed only one time. How do we control that who can schedule the job, who cannot schedule the job? There are two files which will change this ability to schedule the job. One is @.allow and second is @.deny. If @.allow file exists, by default this file does not exist. If this file is created and if this file lists some users, then only those users who are listed in this file will be allowed to schedule the job. If this file does not exist, then only the users whose names are not listed in @.deny can schedule the @jobs. If no file exists, then only root can schedule the job. If @.allow exists and it is empty, then not even root can schedule the jobs. And if @.allow do not exist and @.deny is empty, then everybody, all can schedule the @jobs. So these two files control who can schedule and when, and who cannot schedule the jobs and when. Periodic jobs. The cron mechanism allow processes to be invoked periodically, whenever you want. Daily, weekly, hourly, every minute, every month. User need not to be logged in. even if the machine is running and you are not logged in, even then the job will be executed. Cron jobs are listed in the Crontab file. This is the day-to-day use concept in Linux. The cron mechanism is controlled by a daemon called cron.d. Daemon means the program running in the background or the process running in the background. This daemon wakes up every minute or so and it checks if any entry in the user Crontab table needs to be executed. Point simple, that you list some periodic processes in a file. This background process, daemon process, will wake up every minute, will check that is there any entry, any process that needs to be executed. If yes, it will execute that. If the time passed for an entry to be started, then also it will be started. A cron job can be scheduled as often as once in a minute or as infrequently as once in a year. Rest all depends on how you want to schedule it. You must edit and install your cron table file first. The cron table file or Crontab file cannot be edited directly. You have to have this file, the command called crontab. So this is how we edit. Like for example, crontab -u username and file name, or crontab -l to see the listing, -r to remove, -e to edit. So the command to edit a crontab entry is crontab -e. Entry in the file. This file is that the file does not exist. You have to create it. The file is blank and you start writing it some entries separated by tab or space. So first field, second field, third field, each field in the file, plain text file you will create, will have a value, significance. One entry per line, no limit on the line length. The fields, the first field is the minute, second field is hour, third field is day of the month, fourth field is month, fifth field is day of week, and the last is the command to be executed. Minute, hour, day of month, day of week. And the comment begins with hash. Now the first command, for example, crontab -e. For example, a line in crontab file look like this. This line will remove, because the file is, the command is rm /home/temp. So this will remove the temp directory from home Sangwan each day at 6:30 p.m. How 6:30 p.m.? This is minute, so 30 minute. This is hour, so 18 hours means what? 6 p.m. So 6 plus 30, that makes it 6:30. So at 6:30 the entries will be deleted, the file will be deleted. Possible values for the fields, I'm talking about each field. Possible values for this can be a discrete value, fixed value, the number, or the range, like every 5 to 10 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. It can be a range, or it can be all possible values. So star means all possible day of week, all possible dates. So star means all possible values. Changing the parameter value will cause this command to run at a different time schedule. Look at these examples now. The first field, for example, is 30 minute, 0 hour, 1 day of the month, and 1, 6 and 12 months, every day of the week. What does it mean? This means 0 means midnight. So 00:30 hours on 1st of first day of month is first. This month is January, this is June, and this is December. So on the midnight, 30 minutes past midnight on 1st of Jan, June, and December. Another example, 0:20, that means 8 p.m. every day of month, only on October month, every day of week, that is Monday to Friday. So 8 p.m. every weekday, that is Monday to Friday, but only in October month. 00 means midnight, 1st and 10th and 15th of every month, every day. So midnight on 1st, 10th and 15th of the month. 5 and 10 means at 12:05 and 12:10. Midnight means midnight 5, midnight 10. 10 minutes past midnight and 5 minutes past midnight. In the month of on 10th of the month, on Monday. So at 12:05, 12:10 every Monday and on 10th of every month. This is how the entries can be in the file, Crontab file. Here the ownership, or who can create these cron jobs, who cannot create the jobs, is controlled by cron.deny and cron.allow file from etc cron.d. This file exists by default. It lists the user who cannot schedule the jobs. Deny means who cannot schedule. Referred when the cron.allow does not exist. Similarly, cron.allow, this file does not exist by default. List the user who can schedule the jobs, and if it exists, only the user in this file will be referred and cron.deny will be ignored. The interaction between these two files is same as @.allow and @.deny. This command was supposed to be executed, and if we go to /temp directory tmp, do we see the file passwd? See, the file is there. The file was copied. Alright. We use the copy command. The command was to be executed at 5 minutes. When we executed the command, after 5 minutes of that execution of the command. Similarly, let's look at the crontab file, crontab-e. Now I can start typing here. Let's say 5 minutes, 6 p.m., which means 12 plus 6, 18. Which day of the month? On 1st of the month. Which month? Every month. Which day of the week? Every week. What should I execute? rm-rf/temp/star. That means I am removing the file from temp directory at every 6 minute, 6 p.m., 5 p.m. on 1st of every month. That's what the crontab command is. So you just keep on entering the details into this file. And once you are done, just save and quit. And this will now automatically execute the jobs periodically. So the crontab command is job scheduling command. That's all for this session. Thank you very much.